Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Charleston, and welcome you guys to another episode of the Dreamerspro Show, where we cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and when we give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. And boy, oh boy, have I been looking forward to producing this particular show today. We've been looking forward to producing this, so make sure you go ahead and like the video and subscribe to the channel. So, yesterday we produced a video on our channel, and that video had to do with a dispute that Rick Bucher and Nick Wright had on Undisputed yesterday, as far as where that had to do in terms of where Kobe Bryant is ranked all time. And really they were reacting to Nick Wright's list. Okay, so that's what happened. And we produced the show yesterday. We produced a 20-minute video. You guys should definitely go check it out if you haven't seen it. And where basically I thought it was ridiculous to have Kobe Bryant out of your top 5, and I have him in the top 3, and a lot of people push back. We produced that video, and to this point of us producing this particular video, that video has 1,200 comments with just 25,000 views. It goes to show you just how much of a contentious topic item that was. So as I was going through the comments, one of the reoccurring comments I kept on getting, which is hilarious by the way, was, "You ain't nothing but a Kobe stan. You ain't nothing but a Kobe stan." You know, I'm the only Kobe stan. We're the only Kobe stans that produce 2 Kobe videos like every month. And we produce about 60 videos a month. We're the only Kobe stans that produce only 2 videos a month. But nevertheless, I digress. And what I started to realize as I was going through those comments was that the majority of the people that were disagreeing with me, or rather supporting Nick Wright's position, I think the majority of them do not understand or are unaware of the fact that Nick Wright has always had an emotional connection and reaction whenever the word or name Kobe Bryant came up. Nick Wright has always had it out for Kobe. And the fact of the matter is this: it is clear to understand why. Nick Wright, with his own 2 lips, has said that he is a LeBron James fan. We all know this, but he is also a known Clutch Sports associate. He has even said, "I was there when they were filming Uninterrupted. Hey, Rich, why don't you put me in some of your movies? If you're going to make me bring it, why not put..." So Nick Wright is clearly connected to that side of the table. I'm not saying whatever, but he himself has said it. So this is nothing new, right? So I find it quite hard for me to believe that he's totally impartial when he's talking about Kobe Bryant, that he has no bias whatsoever. He's just sticking to the facts and being fair. But I find that totally ridiculous. And this morning, I stumbled upon a clip, because I was thinking about it, from 2018 on First Things First, where Nick Wright ripped Kobe Bryant to pieces for daring to suggest what LeBron James should do. But before we get into that, this video is brought to you by Aura, who's the sponsor of this video and the official sponsor of the Minnesota Timberwolves. Do you know what the fastest growing crime in America is today? It's identity theft. Imagine trying to log into your email only to see that your password has been changed. Then you start getting weird notifications from your bank and credit cards, only to find out that all of your personal and sensitive information has been totally compromised. If you think it can happen to you and your family, just know that in 2020, over 49 million Americans were victims to identity theft, costing them a combined $56 billion. That is why we are excited to partner with Aura, who's the sponsor of this video. Aura is the #1 identity theft and financial fraud protection. Aura monitors the dark web and alerts you if any of your passwords and accounts have been breached. And funny enough, after using Aura, I discovered some of my credentials were floating around in the dark web, and the app showed me exactly when and where the breach happened. In addition, Aura allows you to set spending alerts, and they'll notify you of any suspicious transactions. Aura is 4 times faster than any of its competitors in alerting you if someone is trying to open a credit card or obtain a loan using your name. And remember this, every 14 seconds, someone becomes a victim of identity fraud. Don't let it happen to you. Now click the link in the description and try Aura for free for 2 weeks and see if any of you or your family's personal information has been compromised. Start your free trial at aura.com/dreamerspro. And when you try Aura by using the link in the description below, also know that you're supporting this channel. Thank you. Now, for those of you who are unaware of this particular audio, we want to play it for you right now, and then we're going to come back and react to it. Take a listen to that.
All I thought about as a kid personally was winning championships. That's all I cared about. Now everybody's going to value things differently, which is fine. I'm just telling you how I value mine. If I'm LeBron, you got to figure out a way to win. It's not about narrative. You want to win championships, you just got to figure it out.
But we should also clarify, this quote is not about LeBron's next decision. This quote was in a story about this year and them making the finals again and not winning. It was Kobe was one of 8 basketball players from the Isaiah Thomas you talked about, the original Isaiah Thomas, Vince Carter, Chauncey Billups, Paul Pierce, who doesn't even like LeBron because of their history with Cleveland and Boston and then Miami and Boston, all talking about LeBron's run in Cleveland, the 3 titles, and then, of course, the 6 finals losses over the course of his career. And that's where Kobe said you got to find a way to win. That's where Kobe engages in some of the most intellectually dishonest revisionist history you are going to find. Where Kobe says the only thing that ever mattered to me my entire career was championships. Well, yeah, except for the time that you made the Lakers pick between you and Shaq. When Shaq was the best player in the world. When the year after they chose you over Shaq, Shaq finished second in the MVP. And the year after that, he won a title. What were you doing those 2 years? Well, you were so focused on championships, you missed the playoffs in 2005. In 2006, you blew a 3-1 lead in the first round. And in 2007, you lost in 5 in the first round. What did you do after 2007? Oh, you demanded a trade on Stephen A. Smith's radio show. You then found some goofballs in a parking lot and on video trashed your teammates Andrew Bynum, your GM Mitch Kupchak for not making a trade. Like all those things happened. We all remember those things happening. And so I will give Kobe the benefit of the doubt on this. This has been a tough 24 months for Kobe Bryant since LeBron beat the 73-win Warriors. Because Kobe always wanted the discussion to be Kobe and Michael. And the discussion he got was Kobe and Duncan.
Now, let me ask you all an honest question. The honest people in the room. Does that sound like somebody that was just talking sports? Seriously. Seriously. Did that sound like somebody that was just keeping it on a sport level? Secondly, here's what's fascinating about what Nick Wright and his supporters, what's fascinating about Nick Wright and people that support him. He said in that soundbite that Kobe Bryant made those statements about LeBron James, listen to this, because he felt insecure that LeBron had just come back from a 3-1 deficit to beat the Golden State Warriors, the quote-unquote greatest team of all time, that lost. How can you be the greatest team of all time and you lost? The greatest team of all time is arguably the Chicago Bulls because they're 6-0 in the NBA. That's not the greatest team. This is the greatest because it makes it seem like it's larger than life who he be. That's all it is, really. By the way, it's nothing else. It's not the greatest team of all time, but nevertheless, that's so. He said Kobe was feeling insecure because Kobe had just come back from that. And then somehow after LeBron achieved that feat, he had somehow passed him. And that's why Kobe Bryant was feeling insecure. Let me ask the thinking people of the group here. How can Kobe Bryant, in God's name, how could he have been threatened after LeBron beat the Warriors in 2016, when Kobe Bryant was 5-2 in the NBA Finals, and he himself had beaten 3 top 75 players in the NBA Finals without another top 75 player in sight, and that made LeBron at the time's record 3-6 in NBA Finals. Why in God's good name would Kobe Bryant feel threatened about that? Why would he? Only Nick Wright and his supporters think like this. It's unreal. The guy captures his third championship. He's 2 championships behind Kobe. And Kobe Bryant then feels insecure. Do you know how out of it you gotta be to have that type of position? Let me ask LeBron supporters this. I wanted to bring it up in the last video, and I didn't. Whenever you guys are criticizing Kobe Bryant and saying that, oh, he's in his inefficiency and all of these different things, and when even some of you who are bold enough to say LeBron is better than Jordan, whenever you guys are saying this, I got a question for you guys. And I want you guys to answer in the comment section if you have the courage to do it. Why don't you guys ever discuss how much LeBron has lost? I need to understand how you guys come up here with a straight face and try to make an argument for a guy that is 4-6 in the NBA Finals, and with a straight face try to say that that guy is on the level of a guy that's 6-0 and a guy that went 5-7. How do you guys do that? Like, what? I need to understand where you guys built that type of mental, like, how do you guys do that with a straight face? How do y'all do it? How do you guys make that happen? How do y'all do it? How do y'all like act like as if like that's irrelevant information? How do you guys do that? How? Seriously, how do y'all do that? How do you guys also run around trumpeting, beating your chest like King Kong that LeBron made it to 10 finals when LeBron against 50+ win teams in the playoffs has a 10-9 record, but Kobe Bryant has a 25-10 record. LeBron has been in he's faced 50+ win teams 19 times. Kobe has faced them 35 times with a 25-10 record. And you guys walk around and act like as if LeBron was beating serious people in the Eastern Conference, and y'all are beating your chest. How is it possible that you guys cannot understand that, in fact, it's harder to get to the NBA Finals playing against tougher teams than it is against easier teams? Shouldn't you guys be standing up and clapping for Kobe that he made it to seven NBA championship appearances while running a gauntlet every single year? And at the end, y'all got the courage to sit up there and talk about he's better than Kobe, and y'all don't have any single good reason except to talk about some damn efficiency. How about we talk about winning and losing? And if y'all dare bring up the argument about Bill Russell, well, if it's all about championships, then go ahead and bring him up. Let's make it about that and see if it's helping your argument with your profound arguing skills. You're going to bring up Bill Russell, who has 11 championships. You're going to bring up his finals record. Then let's go through the list. You don't realize that actually hurts your argument? Please. How do you guys do it? I don't understand how some people that watched Kobe Bryant in his prime and watched LeBron in his prime come to the conclusion that somehow LeBron is a better basketball. It's unbelievable to me. And then their thing is he's a better shooter. Are you on something else? How can LeBron be a better shooter when LeBron's shooting mechanics are nowhere near as close? If LeBron, in fact, was a better shooter, the proof in that pudding would be at the free throw line. Your free throw line is all about repetition, mental toughness, and mechanics. A great shooter with good shooting mechanics, it's there in the free throw line. It's there. Go look at their career shooting percentages at the free throw line. But nevertheless, and y'all talk about, well, he's a better three-point shooter. How many three-pointers are guys shooting today? Are you freaking kidding me? By that case, Kawhi Leonard is better than LeBron because Kawhi is a much better three-point shooter. So this is what we're doing? And I would never say Kawhi is better than LeBron. I would never say that. All the time I'm talking about. How do you guys come to these conclusions? How is it possible that y'all can sit back, watch Jordan tape, watch some of his old games, do a little bit of research, watch The Last Dance, and at the end of that, you're going to talk about these two dudes on the same level? How? How? Jordan said the only guy in NBA history that could beat him was Kobe. And at the end of all of this, y'all running around acting like y'all are making a point. It's unbelievable to me. It's unbelievable. I don't know how you guys do it. How do y'all do it? Y'all like don't even factor losing. It's like irrelevant to you guys. It's like they lose, let's just flip the page onto the next day. It never happened. Next one. But he just got blown. It doesn't matter. But he got blown out in the finals by record. So what? It's like, what?